Hi guys, it's Ruthie with the Pople Backyard Farm, and I want to talk to you guys today about having another YouTube channel and why you should do that. Now, I didn't want you guys to just look at nothing, and so I said, hey, I'll show these guys a few pictures while I'm sitting here, and kind of talk to you about that. Before I get into why you should have another YouTube channel, I'll show you the pictures and then you can kind of look at them and think about them. This is my mom and dad. My parents had a printing company and my dad was an engineer, and this was like in the 60s. So this is my dad and my mom in one of my dad's offices. This is Clay. He's going to shoot me when he hears that I'm showing you all these pictures, but he'll actually be good about it. So this is a picture of Clay. This is me as a kid, just kind of goofy looking. I had natural curly hair, and I don't know, my haircut looks there is really funny, but that's me. This is my dad at, I had a business, and my mom and dad would come over and help me do some office work, so they were retired, and it was shortly before they moved south, so here's my dad helping me out in my business. And here's a dog that I used to own. This is Snoopy, my beagle. Here's my sister Patty and I. She is my prayer partner. Patty is there, and there am I. So we're feeding ducks at the park. This was, probably 80s. My mom and dad again at their home. Let's see, my son outside of our house. He's a little boy with a snowman. My son and me. Looks like it's my birthday, but he's helping me. And I think this is a funny picture. I think this is right around the time he decided to cut his own hair, so we had to scalp him pretty good. Here's my son again. And he looks like he's having some breakfast there. He used to love eggs. My mom and dad. My maiden name is Yinkst. I'm from a good stock of Germans. My mom and dad were from Pennsylvania originally, so there's my dad and my mom. That's after they moved down south and retired. Here's a bad car accident that I got into. And as you can see, it was a miracle I walked out of that. It was really actually kind of funny because when I walked out, you can think what you want, but I felt like an angel walked me out of that car, and I walked into incoming traffic. Actually, it was on a busy road, and a truck guy had tickets and stuff before he hit me full force at 55 miles an hour. I walked out, and I was completely fine. So, I mean, I had some aches and pains, but, it's a pretty bad crash. So, okay, here's my mom and dad again. This is after they retired. And this is one of the houses that I lived in. And there's a little story behind this because, and I bought this house for cash. It was probably about $75,000. And I actually got an inheritance. And the people that we bought the house from, they were Christians and we were Christians. And we never met them before. And they said, you know what? They said, somebody told us that someone was going to come and buy our house from us for cash. And we did. Bear in mind, I have no money anymore. But that was then. Okay. Here's my son. And he's picking apples with us. And I mean, just so you know, we live paycheck to paycheck. There's no investments, nothing. Clay and I are just, life changes. Anyway, my son and I. And this is me in my other house with my dog that I had for 15 years, Butch. And he actually came here to live with Clay and I, and he died. And he was just an old dog, and we loved him. So he was like a member of my family. And my son again, outside of our house. I only have one son that's mine. And I have two daughters that are Clay, so all three of us make a family. My mom and my dad in one of my dad's offices. This is in the 60s. Clay again, the love of my life. My son Russell as a cowboy. Woohoo! And let's see, my dad and my mom in their home. the sun's pretty bright. Can't really see them that good, but that's my mom and my dad. And then this is, I did have nice gardens before. We have different kind of gardens now. This is just landscaping in one of my houses. And then my son with an ant farm. Okay, now that I showed you the pictures and you can kind of look at them and think whatever. I'll just kind of flip through them. What I was going to tell you, and this is about having a second YouTube channel. What you want to do, and before I go any further, I want to say that everybody should have more than one YouTube channel. The cat just walked in and distracted me. Sorry about that, guys. Everybody should have more than one YouTube channel, because if something happens to your channel and you lose it, all your videos, all your data is gone. So most YouTubers will have two channels. And we have another channel. We have several channels actually. But Pople Backyard Farm is our main channel, and then Pople Farm is our secondary channel. So please subscribe to both of those. We have some other channels too, but that's our main channel online. And but that's why you should have another YouTube channel. You know, when you're marketing yourself, so to speak, online, it's not about one spot. You want to be all over. You want to be on Facebook, Twitter, so that you have like throwing a net versus throwing a fishing pole. You want to be everywhere, and it doesn't mean you got to sit everywhere all the time, but every time you can, work a little bit on each one, and eventually through the years it'll all catch up, and you'll find that it all kind of comes out in the wash, because the people that subscribe to you on, say, YouTube are going to subscribe to you on Facebook and Twitter. So it's not like you have to really work on each one, but through the course of the day, whatever social media places you choose, those spots, you will be able to, you want to be in the picture, Kitty? Those spots, there she is. Those spots, is she going to show herself? Show yourself, girl. Those spots, you can just kind of work on every day. But if you're serious about your YouTube channel, meaning if it's something that you're working with more than just fun, you definitely need to have at least 2 YouTubes, and try to put, if you can, try to put your data on both YouTubes so you don't lose any of your videos. Okay, with that, you got some pictures, you got some YouTube information, and we'll see you in our next video. God bless.